Hello YouTube, my name is Amber, and as you can see I currently have my hair in yarn braids. This is my first video on YouTube, so bear with me if I am a little slow or if I speak too fast. Just getting into this whole tutorial thing, so as I was doing my yarn braids I figured why not, do a tutorial, because that's how I found out how to do them. So I have them up in this big bun right now because I didn't finish them. This is my third day because I could have finished it yesterday, but I had things to do. So I had to leave my house today again. I had to go take a final. But now that I'm back home, I am going to now finish the middle of my hair. So I'm going to show you guys this is basically how it's going to look. I only have about 8 more braids to go. I'm going to show you guys how I put them in and what my technique is. First of all, I already have my strands laid out. Each braid takes 5 strands of yarn, and this is regular yarn. Sorry. And to wrap the braid, I use 2 strands of yarn, as you can see. Also, I'm going to show you the brand of yarn that I use. Excuse me. It is the Red Heart Super Saver yarn. This is actually one that I haven't opened yet. I started out with the jumbo, which is it was huge, but this is what I have left of the jumbo. It is about twice this size. I got it at Walmart. It's $6.77 for the large one, and these are $2.77. So I have one of these, and I have a blue one like this. As you can see, I have a couple blue braids. So this is what I have left of the jumbo. So depending on how thick or thin your braids are is gonna determine how many spools of yarn you're gonna need. So that's that. A quick rundown of your materials you're gonna need is a rat tail comb, thin rat tail comb, a bigger comb just to detangle your hair. You need scissors, of course, and you also need a lighter, which I don't have handy, but you do need a lighter to burn the ends, if you see here. So yeah, I'm gonna take this down now so that you guys can see how much I have left. Oh god. And mine are very long, if you can't tell. I'm tall. I'm about 5'8", so I wanted mine to be rather long, and they're rather thick. If you can see here, they're pretty big, and I'll show you where they come on me. So about to here. So I am now going to start. As you can see, this is what's left. I'm going to put all this back to keep it out of my way. I already separated my hair into the pieces. I am natural. I've been natural for 11 months. I big chopped last year, and I've been loving it so far. I just wanted a protective style that is low maintenance and, also stylish. So, whew, that was a lot. This is my section I'm working with, and this is my length from being 11 months natural. I cut my hair on June 7th, 2012, so just 2 days ago, I hit 11 months, and I'm gonna take my glasses off, and yeah, next month will be a year. So this is how much my hair grew, and I cut all my hair off, like all of it. So I'll probably, and next month I'll probably post a video just of, my journey and things like that. So enough about that. Let's get into why you clicked my video. Where's my piece? Okay. So from my 5 strands, I measured them out, and since there are 5, if you've ever done, I look like alfalfa right now, but it's okay. If you've ever done box braids, I kind of do the same install method. I take 3 strands in one hand, and 2 strands in the other hand, and then I crisscross them like so, and then now I've created a knot, if you can see. So I just intertwine them around each other, okay? So now I have this long piece, and what I'm gonna move a little closer. So what you're gonna do is take your hair, you're gonna take your yarn, and you take your piece of hair. You're essentially braiding this into your hair. So you use the yarn as 2 strands and your hair as the other 2 strands for your braid. And right now I'm just braiding it in. It's rather simple. Now some people do yarn braids, and they braid the yarn all the way down. I'm doing yarn wraps, which is a little more time consuming and a little more tedious. But either way, you know, as you can see, it is, I don't know if you can see, but it's braided in there. So I'm going to keep braiding down a little bit more. I usually braid down about 1 inch to 2 inches, or just to the bottom of where my hair stops. So I'm going to bring this around, and then hopefully the camera picks this up. So these are my strands, this is my hair over here, and then, hold on, I don't want to get it mixed up. Okay, so yeah, I'm just going to keep braiding until there's no more of my hair showing, or at least, you know, just a little bit. Okay, so this is my braid. Alright, so now that's in. Now, like I said, now that this is in, this is going to be the base, right? All these have about that much of a braid in it, so that's my base. Now I'm going to take these 2 strands, there's 2 separate strands. I'm going to tie this around the knot of my braid, like so. It gets tricky when you're doing your own hair, because you can't see. So I'm just going to make this into 1 knot, and I'm going to tie it around the top, because that's where I'm going to start wrapping from. And you don't have to make it super tight, but so now I have my slack, and then the other side. So I just tied a knot, right? You take this in the slack, you hold that against the braid. Well, this is just how I do it. I mean, different people do different things. Some people cut that piece off, like cut this off, but I just leave it there. Take your longer end, and then you just start wrapping right from the top. And this, I will tell you, is very tedious. I was trying to calculate how long it takes me to do each one, and it took me from 6 to 10 minutes per. So if you make them a little skinnier, I guess it'll be a shorter amount of time, but it's a long process to get these yarn wraps in, I will say. And mine are super long, so that's another reason it took so long. If they weren't this long, it wouldn't have taken you know, 10 minutes to do just one. And might I add, this is my first time, not only my first YouTube video, but it's also my first time doing this, like this style. So I've never done like box braids on myself. I've never done any type of weaving or any, you know, extra whatever. This isn't here, but yeah, on myself. So that's why it took me so long too. You know, I wanted it to be perfect. So I did take my time with it. So as you can see, I've started to wrap it. I'm gonna give you a little bit of a closer shot here. It's just wrapped. You want to make sure when you wrap it that you keep your pointer finger at the last wrap around, so that when you come back around, it's right under it. You don't want any gaps. Like, as you can see, these, there's really not any gaps. A couple of them, I did have a couple gaps, but you want to avoid the gaps. So I'm just gonna keep wrapping here. And I did use the color blue for a couple of my braids, just to, you know, add a little spice to it. Also, when you wrap, the braid itself is going to start twisting, and you'll start to feel it up at your hair. So I just, you know, twist it back because you don't want it to be too tight and you don't want to pull your hair. Also, before you start adding the yarn in, you want to make sure that your hair, like your natural hair, is and you see, I'm sorry, I have like 80, but you see this, you can just cut this off at the end. But you want to make sure that your natural hair is moisturized. So I just sprayed it with a little concoction that I have. This is just some Africa's Best conditioner mixed with water, and I just sprayed that on my hair before I started my braids, just to keep the moisture in. So as you can see, my strands of yarn my strands of yarn are getting shorter. So I'm gonna show you what you should do when this happens. Okay, so we're gonna take this, add it to the other yarn, sorry, and you take out 2 new strands, right? And you just keep wrapping. It's very simple. Like, this hairstyle is very simple to do. It just takes a very, very, very long time if you want these long poetic justice things I got going on here. But you know, it's the first time for everything, and practice makes perfect. So I've gotten a little quicker with it. Once you get your groove, like once you get your technique down, because everybody's going to have a different technique. So once you get whatever your technique may be down, you'll be fine. And again, these little flyaways that you get, those can be cut off later, so don't really worry about those. As long as your twists are, you know, very tight together, you should be fine. So I'm going to keep going. I'm just trying to make sure that they're tight and close together, because once you get a gap, it's really hard to, you know, cover it up or fill it in. It's better. It's not as bad when it's like all one color because it'll blend in. But like on the blue ones that I did have a gap somewhere, and you could tell because the under yarn, the yarn that was on the inside, this yarn was black, but I was wrapping it with the blue one, so you could tell that I had a gap. But at that point, it was probably like 4 o'clock in the morning, and I was not beat to be, you know, unwrapping anything. So didn't really matter. I think I have a total of like 6 or 7 blue ones in here. Blue is my favorite color. So, and as you can see, I've been talking for a while now. I'm at 13 minutes and I'm still wrapping. And I'm trying to go as fast as I can for you guys, because I know it gets boring sometimes and people just talk. But yeah, this is basically it. I mean, same process for each braid. And yeah. So like I said, this little bit up here is about 8 more, and then I'm done. This did take me 3 days, but if I did it in one sitting, probably would have been at least 10 hours, at least. Because this part, you know, now if I would have stopped them here, I would have been good. But as you can see, this comes all the way down here. So, yeah. Just trying to get this done. I guess while I'm talking now, I could talk about my accessories. They are all my brand, called Lux and Company. Luxeand Company. And I made them all myself. Like, I made all my bracelets and this one. Made them all. I made my earrings. You can see a little closer. They are all available for purchase. The bracelets, they vary from like $10 to $20. Earrings are $12. I do have an Instagram. My website is currently under construction, but I do have a website. I'm sorry, I do have an Instagram. All this twisting's got my brain all scattered. It's Lux and Company at you could just at Lux and Company on Instagram, and you can see, you can see like different products. I do sample sales sometimes where everything in the sample sale is $10, whether it's earrings or bracelets or whatever. I also do t-shirts. This is not Lux and Company. No, this is just a t-shirt I got from like school. But I do t-shirts, I do custom work. Yeah. I started my company back in 2011. So that's pretty much that. Okay, now I can show you what to do when you get to the end. So this one, being that it's starting from up here, it's going to end a little higher. So I'm at the end, and what you do before you burn it, you want to take the whole braid and make a knot. So I'm just going to show you. This is a braid. I'm twisting it, and I'm now making a knot, like so. And you want to make sure all the pieces go through. Right? And then, I don't have my lighter, but once you get here to when you have your knot, you can just burn it at the knot. And then it'll end up like this. And, you just burn it. So hopefully, I'm not going to finish all these on camera, but hopefully that was like a good tutorial for you guys. Again, this was my first attempt at doing a tutorial. I'm all for teaching everyone how to do things. I am definitely a DIY person. I love personal projects, home projects, making my own things. So that'll probably be the gist of my YouTube channel. Hairstyles, natural hairstyles, do-it-yourself projects, things of that nature. I hope that was helpful to you guys. If anyone has any questions, concerns, or comments, please feel free to comment below. Yeah, you can rate my video if you'd like, subscribe if you like. If you have any pointers or any feedback, that would be greatly appreciated as well. So I think that's it for now. Thanks again for watching, and I look forward to showing you guys the finished product of all these. I can show you my blue ones before I go, if I can find them. Is this blue? Okay, so this is one of the blue ones, and it is in the back, so when I do put my hair up, you can see it. But you can see how long they come on me. So they are pretty long. So again, I hope you liked it. I'll see you guys in the next video, and have a good night. Bye.